Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari
Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jana
Gopichari
Vallabha Girivaradhari Yasodhanandana Vraja Janarandana Yasodhanandana Vraja Janarandana Yamunatira Vanachari Yamunatira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya
Jaya Radha Madhava
Kunja
Bihari
Abhijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Abhijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yasodanandana Vraja Janaranjana Yasodanandana Vraja Janaranjana Ira Vanacharya Ira Vanacharya Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Namo Om Vishnu Padaya
Namo Om Vishnu Padaya
Krishna Prestaya Bhutale
Krishna Prestaya Bhutale
Srimate Bhakti Vedanta
Srimate Bhakti Vedanta
Swamin Iti Namine
Swamin Iti Namine
Namaste Saraswate Deve
Namaste Saraswate Deve
Gauravani Pracharine
Gauravani Pracharine
Nirvisesa Sunyavadi
Nirvisesa Sunyavade
Paschatya Desatarine
Pashatyate Tasharine
Paschatya Desatarine
Pashatyate last word
Paschatya desa.
Desarine.
Desa tarine.
Desatarine.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate
Vas.
Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Just a minute. You still cough? Having cough?
Sometimes.
Okay. Om Agyana Timrandasya Jananjana Salakaya Chakshurun Militang Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri
Sri
Chaitanya Manobhistang Sapitang Yena Bhutale Swayang Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Sapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuta Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavangscha Sri Rupang Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunandantam Tang Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Paran Sahagana Lalita Sri Visakan Vitangscha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesa Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrisabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanang Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Yes Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Okay, so you're still able to chant by yourself, right?
Yeah.
Yes, that's good. Try to keep the chanting. Okay, three, two, five now. 55. 55 already today. About our, you still remember something from yesterday discussion? So you can maybe try to
Uh, Let me check.
yesterday. What you remember from yesterday? Whatever you remember about. I will read the translation of yesterday. Yesterday. It is far better to discharge one's prescribed duties, even though falsely, than another's duties perfectly. Distraction in the course of performing one's own duty is better than engaging in another's duties, for allows another path is dangerous. Okay, so you can share something you remember it from yesterday about swadharma. We call swadharma. Swa mean our own, dharma mean our duties. Swadharma there is in two level. Our swadharma in spiritual level is to the transcendental loving service, devotional service to Krishna, as directed by the spiritual master, and then the swadharma in material level is our occupation, our activities, our work in the social according to our perspectives, according to our nature. That's my, and yesterday's mentioned that it's better to do our own dharma or our duties, which is coming from our nature, then try to imitate others, because to imitate others is very dangerous.
Mm.
I want to add something.
Uh, no, I don't think it's. You
Yes.
already told the main point.
Okay. Okay, so we can continue then. This now Arjuna is asking question.
Mm.
Arjuna uvacha
Arjuna Uvacha
atha kena prayuktoyam
Atha Kena Prayukto Yam
papang charati purusaha
Papang Charati Puro Saha
anichanna pivarsneya
Anichanna Pivasneya
balativa niyojitaha.
Baladhiva Niyochitaha
Arjuna uvacha
Arjuna Uvacha
atha kena prayuktoyam
Atha Kena Prayukto Yam
papang charati purusaha
Papang Charati Purusaha
anichanna pivarsneya
Aniccanna Pivasneya
baladiva niyojitaha.
Baladiva Niyochitaha
Arjuna uvacha
Arjuna Uvacha
atha kena prayuktoyam
Atha Kena Prayukto Yam
papang charati purusaha
Papam Charati Purusaha
anichanna pivarsneya
Aniccanna Pivasneya
baladiva niyojitaha.
Baladiva Niyochitaha
Okay, please read.
Arjuna Uvacha
Arjuna uvacha
Atha Kena Atha Kena Prayukto Yam
atha kena prayuktoyam
Papam Charati Purusaha
papang charati purusaha
Anicana Pivasneya
anichana pivarsneya
Baladiva Niyochitaha
baladeva niyojitaha. Word by word translation. Or maybe you want to hear something like this is recorded here. Just reading very, very simple. I don't know.
Okay.
I never tried. I'll try. Yeah, with this is just.
I don't hear anything. Did you share the sound too?
Oh yeah, maybe. Oh, maybe it's not. But it is no. Just read very simple. Anyhow,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. Word by word translation. Arjuna uvacha.
Arjuna Uvacha
Arjuna said,
Arjuna said,
Atha,
Atha
then,
then
Kena,
Kena
by what?
by what?
Prayuktaha,
Prayuktaha
impelled.
impel
Ayam,
Ayam
one.
one
Papam,
Papam
sins.
sins.
Like in Khmer word, bab. Something
Okay.
like that. Yeah, there's a papam. It's, uh, it's just little bit transformation, little bit actually.
Yeah.
The same word. Charati,
Charati
does.
das.
Yeah, like cara, I mean, our activities, our sometime in Khmer word also there is charak. Yeah, something like
Oh,
that.
charang.
Yeah, how one act is, or how one do
Mm.
something charati or something.
Yeah, char.
That's why cara acara, and then that's why actually the spiritual master is called acharya, because actually they teach his student by his example. So this is called acharya. Acharya, cara, acara mean uh, the the conduct. Acara is the conduct, and then one who give who teach by example is called acharya. That is the meaning of acharya actually. One who teach by example. He teach what he he do he do what he teach. So that is his acharya. Purusaha,
Purusaha,
a man.
a man.
This also like puro, purusaha, a man. Yeah.
Mm.
Anichan,
Anichan,
without desiring.
without desiring.
Yeah. Api,
Api,
although.
although.
Varshnaya,
Vasneya,
O descendant of Vrishni.
oh, descendant of
It,
Vrishni.
yeah, this is the name of Krishna.
Mm.
Yeah, Krishna is in the family of Vrishni family. So he's descendants of Vrishni. That is name of Krishna. Varshnaya, like uh, like Arjuna. He is the son of Kunti, so he is called Kaunteya.
Mm.
So different giving the name like that. Balad,
Bala,
by force.
by force.
Yeah, Bala is like uh, for example, yeah, Bala is strength or force. Bala is from force. Iva,
Mm. Iba,
as if.
as is, as if.
Niyojitaha,
Niyojitaha,
engage.
engage.
Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, Abhijara Narayana Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Arjuna said, "O descendant of Vrishni, by what is one impelled to sinful acts, even unwillingly, as if engaged by force?" Let us try again.
Oh,
Arjuna said,
Arjuna
Arjuna
said,
said, "O
oh,
descendant of
descendant of
Vrishni,
Vrishni, by
by
what
what
is one
one impelled
impelled
to
to
sin,
sinful act,
act, even
even
unwillingly,
unwillingly,
as
as if engaged by force?
yeah,
Uh, Hare Krishna.
yes,
Just want to tell you something can be finished faster because I have like
hmm
uh
yeah, we can finish. Now it's
yeah,
already 8:26. So what
yeah.
time? Like let's say 8:40, 45, like that, or even before that.
Can be finished in around 15 minutes.
Yeah, we can try.
Yeah, yeah,
So here is
yeah.
Arjuna is asking. Let's read the proof. I think it's not long. No, it's very short.
Yeah, just I want to just get the main idea why
Yeah.
that was talking
Okay.
about.
So a living entity, a living entity as part and parcels of the Supreme is originally spiritual, pure, and free from all material contamination. Therefore,
Oh.
by nature, he is not subject to the sins of material world. But when he is in contact with material nature, he acts in many sinful ways without
Mm,
hesitation, and sometimes
mm,
even against his will. Sometimes actually we don't want to do sin, right? But still
mm,
we do that. Why? It is here is Arjuna asking. As such, Arjuna's question to Krishna is very sanguine
yeah.
as to perverted nature of the living entities. Although the living entity sometimes does not want to act in sin, he is still forced to act.
Mm,
Yeah, it is happening with us, many people. Sinful
yeah.
action are not, however, impelled by the super soul within. Now, okay. So here, sinful action are not, however, impelled by the super soul within. So
Impel.
impel, I mean something, we can try to find in the dictionary.
Mm,
Impel. Just a minute. Oh, short writing. We have force, something like that. That's it.
Okay.
That's it. Let's see here to make sure. Constrain, oblique, necessitate, compel, require, demand, urge. We can say urge, something like force.
Okay.
Yeah, it's so similar like a force. Yeah. So, uh, where is disappear? 30, 36. So, oh, close. So, he is still forced to act. Sinful action are not, however, impelled by the super soul within. It means that Lord Krishna is not uh, impelling us or force us to urge us to do sinful things, but are due to another cause, as the Lord explained in the next verse. So, if you want to know the the answer why this is like that, why we although we don't want, because sometimes we know it, right? In when we are thinking we are going doing something bad, in our
Yeah.
heart we will see, no, this is not good. Please don't do. But sometimes doesn't matter. So
Mm.
what is that actually? It is compel us, or it is impelling us, or urge us, or force us to do so. So if you want to know the answer, we can read tomorrow. And before that, we can read this one as well.
Mm.
In the Vedic system, to act contrary to one's prescribed duties is a sinful act. Hmm. Srila Prabhupada writes, sinful actions are not, however, impelled by the super soul within, but are due to another cause, as the Lord explained in that verse. Or if you want to know the the answer today, we can read directly.
Okay, just go.
Okay, so 37. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Kama Esa Kroda Esa Rajo Guna Samudbhavaha Mahasano Mahapatma Vidyenam Iha Vairinam. Translation. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, it is lust only, Arjuna, which is born of contact with the material mode of passion, and later transformed into wrath, and which is all the devouring sinful enemy of this world. Purport. This is quite not so long. I think we can finish that. When a living entity comes in contact with material creation, his eternal love for Krishna is transformed into lust in association with the mode of passion. Or, in other words, the sense of love of God becomes transformed into lust, as milk is in contact with sour tamarind is transformed into yogurt. Then again, when lust is unsatisfied, it turns into wrath. Wrath with anger, yeah? Wrath means anger.
Mm.
Kroda. Crowd.
Yeah.
Wrath is transformed into illusion. This is actually the process. After anger, we become illusion. Wrath is
Mm.
transformed into illusion, and illusion continues the material existence. When we are in illusion, then we are kept here in this material world. Therefore, lust is the greatest enemy of the living entity. And it is lust only which induces the pure living entity to remain entangled in the material world. Vrat is the manifestation of the mood of ignorance. These modes exhibit themselves as vrat and other corollaries. Yeah, and in corollaries mean like in another form, you can say, or consequences. If therefore the mode of passion, instead of being degraded into the mode of ignorance, is elevated to the mode of goodness by the prescribed method of living and acting, then
Mm.
one can be saved from the degradation of wrath by spiritual attachment. The Supreme Personality of Godhead expanded himself into many for his ever increasing spiritual bliss, and the living entities are part and parcel of this spiritual bliss. They also have partial independence, but by misuse of their independence, when the surface attitude is transformed into the propensity for sense enjoyment, they come under the sway of lust. This material creation is created by the Lord to give facility to the conditioned souls to fulfill these lustful propensities. And when completely baffled by prolonged lustful activities, the living entities begin to inquire about their real position. It means that when sometimes people try to, to get sense enjoyment and again, after some time they're
Mm.
frustrated, baffled, frustrated. We can see that sometimes, even a millionaire, they not happy. They cannot sleep, for example. And after some time they sometimes suicide. Yeah.
Mm.
Or yeah, this is because all these things will not actually give the happiness. And then if they are strong enough, then they will inquire why, what can I do actually. But one who
Mm.
is already suicide mean they are already really in the ignorant and have difficulties. This inquiry is the beginning of the Vedanta Sutra, wherein it said Atato Brahma Jigyasa. It's the beginning of Vedanta Sutras. Vedanta Sutra is the conclusions of the Veda. One should inquire into the Supreme, and the Supreme is defined in Srimad Bhagavatam, Janma Dyasya Yata Vayat Itaratascha, or the origin of everything is the Supreme Brahman. Therefore, the origin of lust is also in the Supreme. So you might confuse about this. The origin of lust is also in the Supreme.
Mm.
Why? Because everything actually coming from him. So, but
But I
the
don't
real
understand what is lust.
okay, lust mean like we're desiring.
Okay.
In Sanskrit we call here kama, right? We would desire something or
Okay.
desire. Yeah, lust is a desire. We want to to control something. We want to have something more. This is lust.
Mm.
Yeah, desire kama. Yeah. Lust is transformed into love for the Supreme. If therefore lust
Okay.
is transformed into love for the Supreme, or transform into Krishna consciousness, or in other words, desiring everything for Krishna, then but lust and wrath can be spiritualized. Like Hanuman, the great servitor of Lord Rama, exhibited his wrath by burning the golden city of Ravana. But by doing so, he became the greatest devotee of the Lord. Here also in Bhagavad Gita, the Lord induced Arjuna to engage his wrath upon his enemies for the satisfaction of the Lord. Therefore, lust and wrath, when they are employed in Krishna consciousness, become our friend instead of our enemies.
Mm.
No, yes. Are you now going now, or
Uh, yes, just come back, summarize a little bit. What is the answer?
so the answer?
Oh.
Yeah, Arjuna question is what is making us like that. So the answer is lust. Yeah,
Mm.
and then the lust itself. Lust mean we want to we desire something, we want to have something, we want to desire to that. And then when it is fulfilled, you'll become greed because I want
Mm.
more. If it is satisfied, become greed.
Mm.
And then if you're not satisfied, because not all of our desire will satisfy, will be
Yeah.
fulfilled, right? Then it come into wrath or anger. Yeah. And then after anger, person become illusion. And when we are
Mm.
illusion, then we will be kept here in this material world, because when we are in illusion we don't see the everything properly, don't know what is our goal. Yeah, like that.
Mm.
So let's see, read this one little bit. An angry person, however, is easily noticed. Lust inevitably turns to wrath because it cannot be satisfied. Yeah, lust inevitably turns into wrath because it cannot be satisfied.
Oh, I forgot what is rant.
Wrath is anger, crowd.
Okay, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
wrath
Rant
is
is
anger.
desire.
Yeah,
Mm.
krodha. Lust burn like fire, and like fire it is all devouring. It is if fuel is added to fire rather than satisfying the fire, it makes the fire burn more fiercely. If we It is like fire, lust is like fire. When we
Mm.
put more fuel, yang ceran-ceran tuh, men,
Yeah.
men, អត់បានពន្លត់ទេប៉ុន្តែកាន់តែធំភ្លើងហ្នឹង
Mm.
យ៉ាងដាក់ឬក៏ដាក់សាំងឬក៏ដាក់ប្រេងកាត់ដាក់អីថែមទៀតក៏កាន់តែធំ like that. So it's
Yeah.
always becoming big. So it's never satisfied. So lust is like that. It's compared like that. ប្រៀបដូចជាភ្លើងនៅពេលយើងដាក់តាមអស់ឬក៏តាមប្រេងកាត់តាមអីកាន់តែធំ
Mm.
It makes the fire burn more fiercely. In
Mm.
Rajaniti, instruction for Kshatriyas on diplomacy, it is said that an enemy is controlled with word, gift, opposition, or finally punishment. So here also is very good to notice that the last is considered as Mahapapam,
Mahapapam.
is great, mightiest enemies.
Oh.
So actually all this thing is coming from this.
But
There is, yeah.
just so it's okay to have lust, right? But in
No, it's just we cannot, in this material world we will not be fully, free from that. Only we can turn the direction. We can turn the direction.
okay.
Because it's mentioned that the lust is actually the reflections of the real lust. But the real lust is actually in spiritual world is also coming from Krishna. But the real lust is, it's not material. It's not, let's say, dirty or contaminated. But here, because we are in material world, it has become like a dirty or contaminated. So it is like our enemy. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I think we can stop here.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Actually, I will need to teach a friend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which I I told I told them that in the morning, but now they need to go to work, so I need to teach them, before
Okay.
they start to go to work. Yeah.
Okay. So thank you very much.
Thank
We'll
you
we'll,
very
we'll see you.
much.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
The same timing, right? The same
Yeah.
or
Oh,
earlier.
where is
Oh yeah.
Mr. Nelson?
Mr. Nelson said that he busy in the morning now. Means
Okay.
that
Ah.
he have to he have to help in the store. He opened the store selling something,
Oh.
and in the morning he's busy.
Do you think what time he might able to do the short? I think we can still manage to do, but we might take less time.
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
he will be free actually in the afternoon or evening.
Okay, let me see if I.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, during the day we can.
Mm-hmm.
I might only have maximum 1 hour
1
free.
hour. Yes.
Yeah. So if we can go in 1 hour, then I will try to find time.
Yeah. Okay. Just
But in
let
the
me know.
morning, I have more. In the morning, I have more time actually.
Yes. Yes. Morning is good also. The
Mm,
the atmosphere. We're not sleepy.
yeah. Yeah. Let's see.
Yeah. Just for now, just keep like this. It's okay. If you can, your timing. You can share to me, and then we can try.
Okay. Yeah.
Because now also I'm recording this, and I will also send to him.
Okay.
Okay. Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you. Hare Krishna. Have a good day.
Yes. Hare Krishna. Where this one? Why not up here? Okay. Stop share. Hare Krishna.